the fillers and Botox today. And Kurt, we've been talking about how the fillers can be a good in good combination with Botox to treat the 11 signs between the eyebrows, the frown lines.
I never heard that referred to as the 11 or the 111, but yeah, it's a very good explanation of what that is.
Yes.
Very graphic.
You know, with the combination of Botox, you would relax the muscles first. And after the Botox is working, which usually takes about 3 days, if the lines are still deep, then I guess you're a good candidate for the fillers.
Okay, that's a good.
And your fillers will last longer, will give you better results after the Botox. So the combination of it is great for those areas.
One of the questions that I wanted to ask, you had mentioned the fat. Where does that come from?
It's from the love handles,
Aha.
from the unwanted areas that we call gravity. It's usually your own fat.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. And so you have that ability. So many of us would love. We just say, you know what, my body would look great if it was just, could be realigned a little bit.
Yes.
So here's an example of where it can be.
Right. I also wanted to mention the fillers can be used on hands too.
Mm.
So for people who think their hands look aged, too skinny, it can be rejuvenated in that way. And some of the fillers are also used for deformed scars, like acne scars. That's pitting on the face.
Yeah.
The fillers can take care of that, and also body areas that needs to be like some people had liposuction before,
Uh-huh.
and they have unevenness on some areas. They can those things can be corrected too. Scars is a common one.
Absolutely. That's just a little side note. If you go in for liposuction and you have what is kind of the limit of your BMI?
The BMI usually it's 30.
30.
Because liposuction is not, this is a separate subject, but liposuction is not for weight loss. It's for body contouring.
Yep.
That's why we would like people to not be overweight too much.
And if you go into your med spa and or your cosmetic surgeon is a better way to determine if they just want your money. If you have a BMI over 30 and they say, oh yeah, we'll get you all squared away, they don't have your best interest in mind, and that's where you're most likely to have some weird body shape afterward.
Yeah, mostly not satisfactory results.
Yeah.
You will not get a good contouring as much as if you lost some weight and have the liposuction.
Absolutely. It's more for the stubborn areas than it is to just say, I'm
Correct.
300 pounds, could you take me back to where I should be?
That's right.
Like, unless you're, of course, a football player and you only have that, you're at 12% body fat and you want to take out a couple percent in certain areas. So, but yeah, so now we are getting a little bit closer to wanting to discuss our health tips.
That's right. You know how in daily life we use dish soaps, we use detergent for clothes washing, we use floor detergent, we use all kinds of chemicals for cleaning. And here we wonder why we have how many times more chemicals in our lives that's leaked into water, soil, and potentially just from your countertop. You put your food down, your fruits. So if we can avoid using as much detergent, chemical detergent, and use something natural, wouldn't that be nice? A commonly used detergent that's natural is vinegar. Distilled white vinegar is a great detergent or
And it
for
doesn't
cleaning.
bleach.
No, not usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the problem with vinegar is it has a pretty strong smell.
So how do you resolve that?
Well, I have a new tip for you.
Okay. we
This
like that.
vinegar one it's kind of old, and not everybody, a lot of people know about it, and it's great. I love to use it. It works really good for water stain.
Mhm.
Wonderful. And this one I actually found online. this I should give the credit to this not Japanese, Taiwanese woman. Unfortunately, I didn't write her name down. I will do that on the show description. That is to boil orange or any citrus peels. You know, like when you eat orange or tangerine or lemon, keep them, boil it in a pot. Use that water for cleaning. First of all, the pot you use to boil these citrus peels will become crystal shiny clear.
Wow.
From that cleaning nature of it. And the water you use, you can add vinegar to it, 100 to 1 part, 100 part of water, 1 part of vinegar. So it's very diluted, doesn't have a strong vinegar smell, and then has the citrus refreshing smell, scent.
Hey, that is a great
So you can
idea.
use that for cleaning of everything, your stove, your countertop, your floor, everything, even washing dishes.
That's a phenomenal idea. I'm going to give that a try.
Exactly. It's very environmental.
I like it. Question that I do have, do you need to have organic oranges, or in other words, sometimes they put coloring. Is there a possibility that that might get into your
Coloring
clothes?
in your orange?
Yeah.
Were you talking about China?
We as Americans never put coloring in our food.
Well, there's food colorings. I mean, there's where FDA should be doing its job.
Yeah.
I see your point. I don't think it needs to be organic. I think just washing it would do most of it. Another thing about washing is I've learned that washing your fruits with salt water will give you better cleaning.
Oh.
The organic, some of the pesticides, they are better dissolved in the salt water than just the regular water. So I think cleaning outside of the fruit and then use the peel would be okay.
I love it. I will give it a try. And also, if any of our listeners try some of these tips, email us.
We'd love to have some of your feedbacks, and we would like to see those emails.
Absolutely. What's a good email for them to
It
email
is
feedback?
tongli.md@gmail.com. That is TONGLIMD.MD. Sorry, @gmail.com.
Very good. And also, don't forget to check out azmdlaser.com, and also final phone number before we go.
That's right. Our phone number is 480-598-9733.
Thanks for tuning in to Ageless Living here on Voice America and We'll Talk Radio. This is Kurt Wilhelm, and
this is your host, Dr. Tong Li. We would love to see you next time.
thanks for tuning in this week. See you next week.
Bye now.